Pavasambhachi Vimanam Shebi Kapsu, then Melam Jubi Ju so Sasavina Sonam Sapidi Shebi Kapins.
So while explaining the Bhadracharya prayer, the prayer of good conduct, I've been explaining the cause for accumulating merit to accomplish or fulfill the prayer.
Then Jukashi Shetsane, then Drinka Ju Jik Sanje. That's in Yusambasola inside. So Chakto making Gonzatisola, then a church cheese, church color, church chunker cheese in Yaswatabiat.
So having explained a few of those causes, today I'm going to explain requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, actually all the sublime beings who are free from attachment and clinging to turn the wheel of Dharma.
Then Tawa second Ratang. Then Nyan passing to Tindeki Cha Talk Tindi Kengi Kanza Shogi, then church color Kansa Chatsang was able to teach him, but the record to give me.
So it seems that beings who are bound by different kinds of views and afflictive emotions, and those who have attachment, clinging, and limitations, it seems that they cannot turn the wheel of Dharma or give teachings in entirety.
Then Chitang Sonam Sayaki Jujin Pe Le Labo. Machitan the Yanadimbati, Sonam Saya Tapshipe Le Labo study, the Tabachimbo Ki Lam Ki Karisegoje, Tsingisegoje, Lamgi Korang Yentende Dere. Le Labo, Chiki Sonam Topato, Mebasatria.
So one of the major characteristics of the Mahayana path is they are very easy and doable methods to accumulate merit.
Then Kabache, Menga, Chuchikan, that the Rangiran Kaletanya, Antinde, Kaya, Magabachene, then it's so Sayatan, Jibajayaki, Tashi, Mambo, the Tepachembo.
In Mahayana, there are so many methods to accumulate or perfect accumulations and purify the defilements without having to go through the difficulties, the painful process of jumping into the fire and water, the cold water, and so on.
Then in Kansa, Chitane, Church Color Kuliate, then Tana, Nako Gesha Tango Tangchang, never get Netsul Kare, in the Sherochi is a Laba Yinsang, Tipemasi, young Karisago, Jawalapachi, Redishas.
Since requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to turn the wheel of Dharma is essentially requesting them to teach us reality, the truth as it is. So, requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to turn the wheel of Dharma is an extraordinary act or a practice.
Chesang, Church Color Kulwate, Chik Dung, Chik Sherochi Singapore, Tanganzolia, Chik Naming, Ki Juchik, go Korsachik, Sherochis Lavate de Maimba. Never begin to cut it, but the Sherochis should be a waiting song. Cash Mushra.
So, requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to turn the wheel of Dharma is not just about asking the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to tell a story that makes you distracted or get entangled. So, therefore, requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to turn the wheel of requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to turn the wheel of Dharma is a very important aspect of the path.
Then that the Jula, Sonam Sayaki, Melam to be Ju, Sonam Sayaki Tashi, that Dimbate, Young and Mandava, Sanjay the Chandisan, but the Young and Mandava Jurochis and Swataviati.
So the seventh method to accumulate, or the cause to accumulate merit is requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas not to pass into the realm of peace or not to pass into complete nirvana.
tene jitang semchen tam maranzu ta semchen nam nyemong ko ra di nang ne yang tetsom dang lokta second shuk chenbo yeba yinzang tene druba tabeki kanza dile chang sanje de chaju samba san tabeki kanza deso kunga shu yuk de ya de kachembo shibu jin saris.
Since the beings are bound by gross emotions, and especially beings are bound by doubts and wrong views, so it is very important for the realized beings, especially the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and those who have attained liberation and realization, to remain in this world is extremely important.
Perna tene ngema nalendra la tene dawata kota bu pen masik ripar prawa tene ngo su juk de yena yang tene tarung ina yang shida yi matsim deking ki kanza tso ki dunla tene dawata ko ki rimor tibi pani oma shiwala so tene nang yong di tene kanza tetsom dang lokta tete neba charu loji tene yawares.
For instance, in the past, when great scholars, extremely learned and learned scholars were present at Nalanda University, such as Chandrakirti. The fact that Chandrakirti exhibited the power of milking the painted cow could dispel the doubt of the people there.
tene tichita tijula tene yinla dimba cheba ki sonam sotong sonam te ngwa didu chik yinla dimba ki jubli chik yongde yashan.
So having done all these practices, so in the end, at the end of the 7 branch offering practices, we need to do at least a short dedication.
tene tijula ta zambo chebe ki melam ngishi din gochu ki yaras.
After that is the actual Bhattaracharya prayer, the prayer of conduct.
tene melam ngishi di jaba jabkin kashi chiki tene sabche jaba chi masona tene sin kyurub du gorsha jamne tene sunwa tene du.
So the actual prayer is explained through 16 different points according to one of the commentaries.
tene yinaya kasakani shiba najin nge ndele ya pesha shiba najin chene rere shindu tene tsingre jabya tang tene subject jaya tene nge chegi cheshege ya midu tene tata misek mabuchi chaya yins.
So although the main point has been divided into 16 points, as I explained earlier, in the first place, I may not be able to go through each of the points, and there's also not even a need to do that. So I'm skipping that approach.
tene ta 당보 때라 대비 상제 남자 조주 지된 단어 각기 쳐봐 강양 맞은 데다 그러면 상도 전 조주 상제 전 시디 다 만남 통미 통마들라 만남데 가리 명교였으나 3번 넘버 타고 용약 쳐도.
So of the first, the actual prayer is as said in the verse that Rinpoche just recited, that we are aspiring to have a pure motivation or intention.
이네 디송네 먼저 다 리중 동된들 럽종 남켄서 이나야 페마시기 삼마타야 개천부시라지 낭버기다 만남 나는 통마 거랑 내가 치실지는 가리 잡고 알았으는 3번 넘버 타고지 용로치 선만남 잡야지.
So this is very important even for those of us who study the Buddhist sciences and philosophies, because from the very beginning, at the very outset, we are aspiring that we have good aspirations, so we have good intention or motivation.
tene 세징보 용어를 쇼스긴다당 내 매버 레버 쇼스긴다당 점불링 시대 용어를 쇼스긴다보당 된제 마임바 당복 프로네 3번 넘버 타고 레버 쇼 선만남 잡야.
So we don't just aspire or pray for long life, freedom from sickness, world peace, and so on. But in the very beginning, we aspire and pray that we have we are endowed with good motivation, pure intention.
tene jitang di kapsu samba number takwa sekendi tujun ngaransu samba zambo yongya seken te tsamji ge mayimba tele lhawa ji insares.
So when we say good intention or good motivation, it is not just having a good heart. There's something more in this.
강화랬으나 tene samba zambo sekendi jitang yakushirarede inayang tene samba zambo sekendi zuguzugse pe masake kale khabaresde.
In fact, a good heart or to have a good intention is really excellent, but it is really difficult to pinpoint what is meant by good heart.
강화랬으나 뉘에몽과 연케 마리과 연케 당진 연케 디나네 어제 다 뉘에몽바던 당진 연케 디 강자 처형 samba zambo yosig이
The reason is that even those people who are bound by afflictive emotions, ignorance, and self-clinging, they can also have good heart. They can be good person.
다 samba zambo yo스나 다 코랑 속에 원에 samba zambo 제게 요스 3개월.
So from their point of view, they also think that they are being good. They have good heart.
아메리카 신진 초주 참 제일 드러내 숨체 낭드가나 코랑 원에 빼 samba zambo 시고 직 제게 요사 제게.
So when the American president, the U.S. president, goes around giving speeches, he presents himself as being a good person, having a good heart from his point of view.
이는 그 깨셔레 제도가 망죽디 망로 적인다고 요.
However, that each word he speaks seems to increase the strife, misunderstanding, and warfare in the world.
대인들은 samba zambo 세겐디 빼 평가를 하고지 요르데.
So it is very difficult to identify and differentiate this, the so-called good heart.
파당 마이나양 부등 랑기 되니 부등 부모처럼다 samba zambo 제기 요 3개월. 제게 요르다. 맛이 순순 제게.
So even the parents think that they're being kind towards their children, and they also try to be kind and good to their children until their death.
다 이나양 대소양 되니 파마스긴 대소양 되니 주 강사 뉘에모바 예바세거든. 야나는 응시 맹캔도 근데 이 파마 있나? 되니 응어스 부등 부모들을 마홍발을 가제다 가제기 팽기 유매돼서 한마고 얘기 쟁기 되니 samba zambo 인 삼비기 강사 삼로 키네 되니 내가 레나양 양 되게 중대대 소소 잡았던데 시라 요아래 통주요.
So since the parents are bound by emotions, afflictive emotions and ignorance, and since they lack clairvoyance, even though they try to work for the benefit of their children through kindness and good heart, but there's no guarantee that this will really bring positive result at the end.
대인들가나 다다 태과 첨부기 값수 samba number takwa se 주구조서대 되네 대진시가 상제 최 대기 되네 공부 용수 잡아 레버쇼 세 삼야대 되네 samba number tak비 기텔 다지기 어디 samba number takwa 약식.
So in this prayer, the good heart or being kind refers to being able to fulfill the intention, the enlightened intention of the Buddhas, and being able to actualize the Dharma.
재상다 당보텔라 대비 상제당 되네 강양 다 마준비기 상제 단다 샤르주비기 상제 됐어라 되네 최반 넘버 나초가 굴비기 mellam 대저 탐제기 공부 용수 접비기 mellam.
So we make aspiration that whatever offerings, the different kinds of infinite offerings we make become the cause of fulfilling the wishes and the aspirations of the enlightened intentions of the Buddhas of the past, present, and the future.
되네 디 죽라 되네 조주 가리싱남 진해바 대다 자체를 용수 다바지 전주 시원 교시 제와던 상제 세지라도 강화도 생인데 되네 mellam대 신정의 mellam.
The second verse refers to the aspiration to purify the realm or the field.
tene 신장 생인데 지당 대바첨부기 정주 선배들 속이 가르쳐고 냠len 자첨부지 되셔.
So purifying the field or the realms is one of the most crucial practices of the bodhisattvas or the Mahayana practitioners.
tene tela sammatang야지 요사래 말한서 tene 소피체고 되서야지 대사데 약보지 권한샤데.
So there's something to think about this point. Even the ordinary, the individual beings like us, we want to have a good place, the dwelling place.
사샤 야가지가 강바 야가서고를 땜바서고를 야난 직 침세에서 약보서긴다 다직 레카다 라사서긴다보다 강반 남로라야 쪽세서긴다 좀세서긴다부터 다직 직 합창서긴다부터 진짜 다때 땡같이 뭐 차대.
So it is important for even for the individual beings, the ordinary beings, it is important to have a good, peaceful dwelling place and a good house with all the facilities and accessories and then also having good, reliable neighbors.
되네 직 강바 대사라든지 매바이나 되네 지금 점버직 깨땅 땅사치 사세치야 매겐다고.
So if one does not have a house or a dwelling place, there's not even a place to entertain guests.
다 대참지 말이 빼는 거랑서 뒤진 다 텔 슉슉 잡려요. 빼는 메tal 링카 조야 서긴 또 람가 서긴 또 뜻을 더신 사샤테 내가 지금 쉬우지 말랑서 삼보단 거.
So not only that we also make a great effort to create like flower gardens, like groves and path walkways and so on.
오다 대 되네 강사 상지기 신 되네 다 고대보다지 시바이나 메토 빼마당 소당 되네 강밖에 냠보 연캔다 되네 박sam기 준신 예버부터 제버 쇼스 되네 삼나 당원데 인사를.
So to explain the purification of the field, to explain in a simple, easy way, understandable way, is to aspire that the place or the realm is filled with flowers like lotus flower, lakes, beautiful gardens, and so on.
다티 레 당법 마치지당 디 장체 mellam 난들라 되네 지금 림바다지 니도 직디 메베체비기 장주선바 디 장주선바 한사 나를 맞선바 고 당보 야투비 관계 장주선바 대적이 되네 mellam 자당 직당 자당서 그러다 저야 직당 양 장주선바 사 터비기 창견적이 연된라야 미gne mellam 저야 니도스.
So in this prayer, the Bhadracharya prayer, there are two ways or those two stages of making the aspirations. So the first is to make aspiration with reference to the ordinary initial bodhisattvas who have not attained the sublime bhumis. So the young bodhisattvas, like those who are not spiritually grown up, and then to make aspirations with reference to the bodhisattvas who have attained higher bhumis.
되네 딱또 신장도 신기 연텐테 되네 장주 신기 정도 셰크기 jelwa 되네 대 로마 장주 선바 대서 여바이나 되네 대신 함차겨.
So the how we purify the method to purify the field is that if there is Buddhas and Bodhisattvas sitting under the Bodhi tree, then the place becomes the pure Buddha field.
대 많이 받지당 되네 자사라당 되네 룽가 때마시기 domjerchen 자사르부터 섭에 지지chen 강사 domjerpe 첨다도 섭에 야보 연케 근데 이나양 되네 배나 상제당 정주 선바싱도 된데기 직 지마다지 마소나 그래서 되네 많이나 되네 디 신차기 메인서.
On the other hand, even if the in big cities, like majestic cities endowed with all the amenities and facilities, if that place is not anointed with the presence of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, then that place does not become a pure field or the pure realm.
Tene di jugla 다 초지 심진 강남 진해다 대다다도 내매 대버지 조각인지 취지 되는 템버지 진 저왕 저버쇼 세겐데 샘친 대버 영화쇼 세 삼로 땅 가서 샘친 대버 영화를 김면함
So the next is the aspiration that all beings are happy and have peace.
되네 샘친 탐지 내매바 차워쇼 스멜람
And then the aspiration that all beings are free from sickness.
되네 내 대양 ben나 치네 룽티 백엔싱 저버준제 다 주복 나사르부 통야에 버스당
So the sickness, the outer sickness, refers to the physical sickness that people go through, like the sickness of the imbalance of the elements of the
되네
body.
낭 낭당 상미네 뉘에몽과 태첨 세겐다당 록다 생도 된적이 내 매버쇼스
Then we also aspire that beings don't have inner sickness, like the karma, afflictive emotions, doubts, wrong views, and so on.
되네 샘친 탐지 람저 조버쇼스
And we also aspire that all beings succeed in their work or endeavor.
내가 가래 뭐 가래 레버 이나야 람저 영화를 쇼스 이나양 되네 디 람저데 최지 된당 팀 강제 응어당 주네 되네 최당 팀 최당 다 최리 최당 야 응어당 주네 최당 제바 여바직 제비 말람
So the aspiration that all beings succeed in their endeavor or the project is that directly or indirectly their wishes are fulfilled in accordance with the dharma.
빼나 샘진 탐지 로직 이나야 세 링와당 세 링마 텔라 때네 때네 덴바 지기 최다보당 야나네 동 땡중 생저부 진적이 최당 최 된라 최라야 가 최기 된라 삼노당 때네 최 냠슬 렘바 된제 레버쇼스
So here we aspire that even if the beings live long for just 1 year, they can encounter the dharma such as the teachings of the Four Noble Truths, Pratitya Samutpat, the dependent arising, and they really admire the dharma and are able to practice and accomplish the dharma.
때네 총 람다직 샘진 탐지 총 더보당 된제 반저저부 대소양 야보 레버쇼스 데 레벨라 때네 응어당 주네 때네 동 땡중 생다당 덴바시 생다당 때네 오다 된제당 제바 차워쇼스
Uh, we also make aspiration that beings succeed in their business, that their wealth and belongings grow. And because of that, gradually, directly or indirectly, they encounter the teachings of the Buddha, the truth, such as the Four Noble Truths, and they can at least make connection with the essence of the teachings, the truth.
되네 대단지에마다 빼나 참참 좋아다당 야나네 마니 쿠야다당 다 된제 가래 뭐 가래 제나양 디 제바티기 응어당 주네 되네 심축이 삼승으로부터인데 탈바다 탐지심이 고황라 레야기 책이 레야기 줄줄을 쇼스
It's not only that, even just the normal activities such like sleeping or going around, touring around, that can also become directly or indirectly become the cause of the bodhicitta rising in one's mind stream, and they become the cause of attaining liberation, nirvana, and Buddhahood.
되네 다디 죽라 되네 셜로카 카셰 나나 파르숭 요르스나 장표기 셈 세컨디 마제야기 된다는 말은 자야
So after that, following that, in few slokas or the stanzas, the prayer talks about making aspiration for not forgetting the bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment.
되네 장축이 셈 생디 망 채와기 다직 삼바 상보 찍라 등상 두두고요
So when we say bodhicitta, most of us point out or point fingers as at being kind and having good heart.
전에 삼삼나 진바당 인지 인견 솔라양지 장축 기SM 예박이 왕도야 땅 같은 제양도
In some cases, people think and ascertain that bodhicitta is compassion or loving kindness.
이나양 장축 기SM 세기 씩디 어쩐기 자신벌을 띵사버렸어.
However, the word bodhicitta is extremely profound and vast.
태가 첨부 지동내 셰샤바이나 근데 샘진 신기 돈달로 조비 상식이 고방 토비기 토버쇼스 서버베다 아 신전도 조비 상진 데비기 샘바 달래야 정축이 샘스네 다 투몽도 되게 숭원에 드네야 고쪽네.
So, from the general Mahayana point of view, bodhicitta refers to wishing enlightenment for the sake of other beings. So, beginning with that,
되네 응아 기값으로 제자바이나 장축이 샘생인데 군다 장축이 샘생인다다 되네 가상하 만남에 버텨서 셰용도가나 리컴 리바 최주고 과랑나야 장축이 샘세인데 숭숭기 와르스.
so in the tantras, especially in the higher tantras, then bodhicitta refers to the subtle elements like kunda bodhicitta, and bodhicitta also refers to the pristine awareness dharmakaya.
대인도가나 되네 장축이 샘세인데 가사 된다 다곧 가사 지금 삼바상보 샘 가사 때 삼바상보 지 대참 지금바 나 가사 인세 삼바데 노르바스.
So, therefore, to think that bodhicitta is just being good-hearted or to being kind is a distorted thinking.
대인도가나 다 장축이 샘 마제비 콜당 뜨네 장축이 샘 디스콜 때는 상이 쉬쳐버시고.
So, and I will continue with the explanation on not forgetting the bodhicitta, and then the detailed explanation on how to not forget the bodhicitta from tomorrow.